1490.com.
Children's mental health is in crisis. That's why the Kids Mental Health Foundation envisions a future where mental health is a vital part of growing up. Parents tell us the challenges are real.
So you know what to do if they have a fever. But when you see them struggling emotionally, and you're like, what do I do?
You're gonna find tons of things on the internet, but you want it to be from a trusted source.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation provides free, expert-developed resources to millions across the United States. Don't wait for a concern or crisis. Learn more at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Hi, this is Chief Joe Kelly from the Yardley Borough Police, inviting you to tune in to our Bucks Blue Show right here on WBCB. The third Tuesday of every month from 1 to 2 p.m. We'll be interviewing local Bucks County police officers who make a difference in our community. Tune in to this very informative show, Bucks Blue, the third Tuesday of every month from 1 to 2 p.m. right here on 1490 AM WBCB and also at 107.3 FM.
You're listening to 1490 WBCB and on your FM dial at 107.3 W297CL Levittown.
Good morning, race fans, and welcome to Yardley, Pennsylvania.
We are here for Wide Open Wednesday, your favorite racing show, BCB. Here are your hosts, Nick Leach and Fred Fletcher.
Absolutely.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Steve.
I don't know if my mic is hot or not.
There you go.
There you go. Now you're on.
Oh, it's about
Does this
time.
thing work?
But it's because Earl is on the line already. He thinks he's got to cut somebody off.
There you go.
Welcome to
I'd
Wide
rather
Open Wednesday.
knock you off than Earl.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, Fred. Or good afternoon, Fred and Nick. Good to see you guys.
What's happening, Earl?
Good to see you too. Now we have a live.
Visiting with you last weekend.
We have a Wide Open Wednesday Facebook Live up. If anybody has a problem with the sound, let us know. When Kate gets here, she'll be manning the live feed for the Facebook page. And if you have any questions, you could do that. So if you have a problem with not hearing the callers or not hearing anything that we're saying, let us know. But, yep, Earl.
We can hear you, Earl, so that's all we need right now.
Yeah, we got Earl right now, so that's all we need. And, yeah,
right.
What a great time in Trenton. We made a lot of contacts, met a lot of people. It was definitely neat, Earl. And one of them contacts we made is going to call today.
And that would be?
That would be you, of course.
Okay.
And it would be Caleb Scarborough.
Yeah, young man from North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So we're going to talk to him. I work with his cousin's husband, so he's a good friend of
really?
mine.
Okay.
And
Whole racing world.
so we're kind of family. So I talked to his father today, and he's going to get Caleb to call between the 5 and 6 hour, and we're also going to have Ryan Simmons, and he's going to talk about the new deal that he's got going on. And then when Kate gets here, she's going to give us the rundown, of course, like you're going to give us about what went on in Trenton. So tell us, Earl. It was a pretty neat show.
It was. I'm glad you guys were there to enjoy it. As you can see, we had a great crowd, probably the best yet for the Trenton Indoor Dirt Race. Len Salmons and
You're welcome.
Sons Danny and Davey and the entire staff very, very pleased. And it looked like, your display there had, a lot of people coming by to visit.
Yeah.
And I know you were right there by the Fan Fest, by the driver autograph session. So, yeah, great. I tell you, it was really neat to see the father and son winning teams. Zach Bueller won the feature race on Friday night. And then on Saturday, his dad, Pat Bueller, who is known as the Icon, he's from Lehighton, Pennsylvania. He won the feature event. And kind of neat there that the car that Zach drove on Friday night was actually his dad's car that his dad had raced just recently in Florida, and they shipped the car up north so Zach could race it on Friday night, and he won. And then the car that Pat Bueller won with on Saturday night is actually owned by Gary Colucci, who is a very well-known sprint car owner going back to the 1970s, 80s era. Always had number 24 cars. Matter of fact, one of his top drivers in the sprint car days was Ronnie Dunstan.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah, I remember that name.
Very hard charger. And Nick Finero Jr. also drove.
I remember him too.
Yeah.
Cars. And so he's been part of the family there for many years. Of course, Zach Beeler is married to Morgan Rochelle.
Okay, I know her
Rochelle
too.
Beeler,
Yep.
former Miss Motorsports.
Yep.
And she was actually going to drive. She's a very fine micro sprint racer herself.
Right.
And she was going to drive the number 24 on Saturday night, actually for the entire weekend. But just before the race weekend, her and her husband Zach got very good news that she is pregnant with their second child.
Awesome.
So
Nice.
for very good reason, she decided not to race. And that
No, we
opened
can't
up
do
the
that,
eyes
she said.
for Pat to,
Yeah, we got to
drive
preserve
it
that
on
future slingshot generation.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. And her brother, her younger brother, Ryan Rochelle, is a very fine young micro sprint driver, and he's driven a micro sprint owned by Gary Colucci down at tracks like Airport Speedway in Delaware and also at Hamlin. So it's quite a family there. And Morgan Rochelle's dad is Jason Rochelle, who raced, he raced the modifieds for many years, also micro sprints. And Jason's dad is Paul Sandy Rochelle, who raced
I remember that
modifieds
name,
and
yep.
sprint cars.
Oh, yeah.
So he got quite a family connection there.
Nice. Yeah, I seen it was a really good shows, and
Thank you.
then the track looked good, and guys were hugging the bottom. I noticed that, so that's where it seemed like the good line was there. But they got up there towards the end there. I seen, so it must have been coming into its own. Not a lot of dirt. I heard some of my customers came over that were there that I didn't even see. They came in yesterday to say, "Were you at Trenton this weekend?" I said, "Oh yeah." He goes, so was I." And I said, "Well, I didn't see it, but he goes, there was some good racing over there." So yeah, it was a good show.
Good.
Everybody was happy about it, and yeah, we're looking forward to next year already. I'll be a part of it.
Oh, that's great. Okay, that's what I like to hear. Okay.
But so what's going on at Wall? Did you guys get the schedule up yet?
Now, Emily Krause is still putting it together.
Okay.
So hopefully here in a few more weeks we'll have the complete schedule for the new season.
Okay.
Right now, unofficially, we're looking at opening the end of April, and if not the end of April, the first weekend in May. So,
Okay.
But as soon as I get the confirmed schedule, I'll let you know either on Wednesday night or Thursday morning, one of the shows.
Okay, yeah, I was checking today, checking all the schedules to try to get my yearly game plan together, my schedules, and I said, when's Wall? So I'm like, the Wall's isn't up yet, so we'll waiting patiently for it.
And very good. We look forward to seeing you down there at
I can't wait to get down there again.
Coming season.
Yeah, I got a couple of my customers I was talking to yesterday, guys that would, have old cars and stuff, and they were on the edge of racing, and I told them we'd all go down the Wall, so we might have a little caravan going down there. So
Nice.
But yeah, looking forward to it. So I guess we're done with the indoor racing for the rest of the year now, huh?
Yeah, that wraps it up.
All right.
It's been a great indoor season. The two, we call them concrete races, Allentown, Pennsylvania, and then of course Atlantic City. Completed, and Andy Jankowiak, known as Andy J, he became the indoor series champion because now it's just the Allentown and Atlantic City series. So he was champion there, and of course the Beelers, Zach and Pat, won their individual features this past weekend on dirt. So yeah, that wraps it up. It was a very, very good season for the indoor series. And, of course, you add the motorsport show that we did at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center over at Oaks. That was very successful. So
changed my life.
I tell you what, the indoor events make the winter go very fast.
Yes.
Gets it out of the way.
Yeah, I'm actually getting my car ready this weekend, even though it's it's not season yet. There's going to be some New Egypt practices and some test laps and stuff coming up here at the end of March.
Excellent.
So I'm looking forward to breaking it in down there, during some practice laps. I was going to meet Dom Antonelli down there. We're going to go out there and play with our cars and see if we can get how we can get it set
good.
up.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this season.
Well, that's good. Kick up a little dirt, huh, Fred?
Oh yeah. You gotta get out there and do a little sliding. It's been a long time.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
It's been a long time. So
I know. Who is the gentleman who is kind of coordinating the vintage events at New Egypt?
that's Nick Marco.
Okay, Nick. I know him well.
Yep.
And What do you anticipate? How many vintage cars do you think you'll have there on a regular basis?
I think they're running maybe 10 or 12 this year in our club. And
oh, that's great.
Yeah, and we'll get around to probably consistently 8, maybe 10. But I know there's 10 or 12 in the club. And
very nice.
if we can all get together, it'd be a really nice show going on down there. And
that'd be a nice mix too of the coupes, sedans, the more sort of Gremlin-style modern era cars as well.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Well, plus they do. A lot of times they'll do a like a show before, and then we all park out there, and people come check out the cars, and even though mine's not a exact replica of somebody's car, it's it's mine. But some of they look back and they see like Nick with the 707, the DZ Donkeys,
nice.
And there's a statewide 3 Gremlin out there, and John Pastor runs the Ray Neely 21. The sedan, not the coupe, the sedan.
Okay.
And a couple other guys. One guy's got the old 43. And it's just it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. I'm really looking forward to it.
Very much. Yes. Guaranteed to bring back some nice memories.
Oh yeah. That's what got me into it. Somebody was running the 24, the Ken Brand 24.
Right.
And that's what got me thinking about vintage cars. I seen that they're not out there running and rubbing rails and pushing each other hard. So I'm like, I could do that. So that's why I got my car, and so we're gonna have some fun with it this year. So
very good.
All right, we got calls lined up here, and
okay, that's what we want to hear. So I'll enjoy listening to the rest of the show, and I'll be calling you tomorrow morning to check in as well.
I'm looking forward to it already.
Okay, guys, it was great to see you here this past weekend, and keep up the good work.
Great to see you too, Earl.
Okay,
all right.
Amateur hour.
So you guys got Simmons on line?
Oh, we do already?
Oh, we lined them up already.
Yeah.
Because you were busy with your phone.
I was busy playing amateur hour over there with the spaghetti. Unbelievable.
We'll get there, with this Facebook Live thing.
Yeah. The only problem we have is here.
Well, you could always put the Facebook Live up, and then we could talk on, turn on your radio to 1490 WBCB.
That's all right. They can watch it on YouTube. Sorry, guys. We tried the Facebook Live again. I got to get here a little earlier to get that thing working, so I apologize. If you go on YouTube and you go to WBCB's YouTube, you can watch us live.
Yep,
we're
streaming there.
That way. We're streaming there like we always do. And we have Ryan Simmons on the line. Ryan Simmons?
Hey, Nick. How you doing?
What's going on, buddy? What are you doing? Where are you at? What are you doing?
I'm at my race shop, actually, sitting in the trailer.
See that?
A little noisy on the street.
Oh, okay. Who's in the race shop with you?
My dad, John, and Jimmy Spence is over here. We're working on the 14 right now.
Well, there you are, working on the 14. See, that's the question I don't have to ask you now. I was going to ask you if you're housing the 14 cars at your garage or were they going to be somewhere else. But, you got a pretty good deal going there. I mean, tell everybody what's going on with you and the Belmont 14.
Yeah, so I get to drive the Andy Belmont's Garage 14 this year. We're going to focus on the Short Track Super Series South and just, some other select races. Probably run the Dirt Show at New Egypt, maybe the 100 Lapper at Bridgeport, and just, select shows that we can fit into our schedule, maybe some Bridgeport Sunday shows. They have a few in the spring. So I'm really excited. I think it's really cool that I get an opportunity to do it for Andy. I've known him for a few years now, and he's always been an incredible help to my career. Remember a few years ago when I wrecked my car real bad the week before championship night when I was battling with Joe Totes for the championship.
Mm-hmm.
He stepped right in, gave me a backup car, and we've been good friends ever since. I mean, he's on the side of my family car, and anything I need, he's always there, stepping up and offering it out. And that firsthand from when Zach was moving it down south, and Andy offered me his engine when I needed one.
Yep.
And so I mean, I've had a great relationship with Andy. He's always been there to help me, and so I'm really looking forward. I mean, we're only running select races, just cutting it back a little bit for him, but I'm still excited, and hopefully we can put it in victory lane.
Yeah, he's helped so many people, and the help that he gives you is second to none. I mean, I know what he done for Zach. It's always top of the line equipment that what you get with him, and he doesn't second guess on anything. Whatever you need, he gets you. It's a shame that Zach moved down south because he was just starting to get the hang of the thing. But you got to do what you got to do. But this is a good opportunity for you, Rye. And you're only going to run selected races, but you're going to be in good equipment. You're not going to have to worry about much of anything as far as what you need, because he's going to give you what you need, because that's how he is. He's a no-nonsense guy. If you call him on the phone and say, Andy, we're having a problem with this, we need this. The biggest thing with Andy Belmont, and I've learned over the years because he's a personal friend of mine, is his Rolodex is so big and he knows so many people in the right spots. If you need this, he knows a guy that has that. If you need that, he knows a guy that has that. And that's, he doesn't open up his Rolodex for many people. So if you're driving his race car, you're going to have the best of the best. And I think this is a golden opportunity for you. I think you're going to do really well.
Yeah, it was the timing worked out perfectly. Obviously, I like to stay in my family car. A lot of my sponsors on there that help me out are local companies, so we keep them happy. We have a great relationship with them. And Andy and I talked a few years ago about me driving the 14, and it just didn't work with the timing. And he went out and he had two of the best drivers that I consider in the Northeast with Joe and Peyton.
Yep.
And I mean they're incredible talents. So for Andy to view me just as in line as those guys, it means a lot to me. And of course he does have a giant Rolodex, and he's not messing around, and that's why I don't expect to mess around either. I want to go out and I want to win. That. How competitive I am and how focused I can be. And you've come up to me pre-race and seen how focused I am, and I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I always perform better with pressure behind me. This is going to be pressure, but I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? And it's a golden opportunity. I can't thank him enough for it, and so I'm just excited and hoping even though we're only going to run a selection amount of shows, that we can just have some success.
I think the thing that's cool is you won a championship at New Egypt. You're going to do that again. You're going to run New Egypt. Ryan, I watched you grow up. We've come a long way here. Your dad is a good friend of mine. Your grandfather was my Uncle Jack, and people that don't know that Ryan Simmons, his Uncle Jack, his grandfather, my Uncle Jack, ran East Windsor Speedway, Jack Simmons, and I can only imagine how big the smile is on his face up in heaven watching you do what you do. I know how proud your father is. We grew up in all this, me, your dad, and being around racing, and to see you from a little kid, I can say that, and watch you win features and watch you do what you do. The only sad part for me is I wasn't there to share that with you, but this year, now you got to do it again so Uncle Nick can be there side by side with you.
Yeah, that's the plan. I would love to, go be able to do it again. I mean, just the feeling of winning a championship is incredible. I tell people, it's the greatest moment that you probably achieve in racing. And some people are lucky enough to win multiple championships a year, and some people never win them. And I've been at it for a long time at New Egypt, just wanting, I grew up there, as you said, like in the stands as a little kid. I have pictures of me, collecting mud off the stands to make a little racetrack.
Yep.
And like things like that, it's special to me because I grew up there with the Grosso family, and when Fred and, Bill Muskowski took it over, I was still a kid. And, and so for me to be able to win a championship at my home track, like my legitimate home track a mile away, is, a very good feeling.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, like, you don't realize how hard it is to win a championship. And because when you get to that championship moment, it's either, and you're competing with somebody on the final night, and if you don't end up with that championship, you got to wait a whole nother year. It's not like waiting a feature, winning a feature and coming back next week and maybe winning that week. It's a whole year of a process, you know what I mean? And, luckily I've been able to race, as long as I have for, I never grew up in the quarter midgets or nothing, but, I've had a long career in, racing at New Egypt. And, but yeah, I mean, like I said, it's so hard to battle for a championship. You get so many people that, attempt it every year, and, there's only one winner, and it's a really hard thing to do. I don't take it for granted at all, especially not, after having 7 attempts previously and finishing second in points 4 or 5 times. And, that sucks. And I kept it in my mind, this year. And when we battled hard with Steve all year. And, he's a phenomenal driver. I mean, obviously, he's won in everywhere. I mean, Orange County, New Egypt, Penn Camp, wherever he went, he goes and he wins. So to be able to, battle with him, and I grew up with him, that's pretty cool for me.
Yep.
We're fierce competitors, but we're still friends. And, it's something really cool. So yeah, I definitely don't take it for granted. So I'm hopefully I can get another one. That would be great. But I probably won't even think about it until it starts rolling around that time. Opening day this past year, I blew up and I was like, all right, I'm done already. And then you just climb your way up, and so it's cool. And hopefully I can with you there, see you in Victory Lane more.
Well, hopefully that'll happen. We're going to do some things with Chris. I talked to Chris today, and, of course, you get to see Chris all the time. So I appreciate what you guys have done for me and put your ballot out for me. So I think that kind of worked. So I'll be seeing you more often over there at New Egypt. I appreciate you calling. I'm very proud of you. You know that. Your dad and Mr. Spence there have come a long way with you, and everything you're getting you deserve. So just go out there and keep doing what you're doing, okay?
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Look forward to it.
All right, buddy. I love you. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. I'll see you soon.
All right. Yep. We got another caller already, too?
Dan, Lowdown Entertainment. Dan, Lowdown Entertainment.
Oh, okay. What's up, my man? How are you?
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Oh, the same old stuff. We do what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that. Big weekend down in Trenton.
There's a big tooth to fill, following up Earl Krause and Ryan Simmons.
Well, us guys low on the totem pole got to make a name for ourselves so we can climb that thing slowly but surely. But yeah, I seen some of the stuff you guys put up there. In the media there. You guys always do a good job. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to see you guys, but I told you to call the show, and I appreciate you calling. So what's going on, man? Tell me the good stuff.
Not much. It was unfortunate. We were there Friday and Saturday at Trenton, the Cure Insurance Arena there, and I didn't even see you guys.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
We had location. We were between the drivers' things and Chickies and Pete's. So I mean, hey.
People don't understand how much we actually run around like maniacs during an event.
Yeah, they think we just hang out at the table and get fat and Kate beats us up and everything else. See, we have Kate
I needed to
keep us straight.
I needed a day on Sunday just to recoup,
I hear you. That's why I'm glad they do it Friday and Saturday and not Sunday anymore, because you get to lay on the couch and work the remote. But no, we appreciate you letting us guys come on board with Lowdown Entertainment. I mean, you know how close I am with Joe, and now we're close with you. And, there's big things happening this year, man. You guys are doing a lot of stuff. We're going to do a lot of stuff, and we like being on your label, man.
Yeah, tomorrow night we'll have a show. I'm setting up right now for both dealers. We'll be calling. Well, Zach will be in-house, and Pat's down in Florida. He'll be calling in.
Cool.
But how cool was that to see the father-son duo take the wins this weekend?
Yeah, that was awesome. And then, and we got a kid calling from North Carolina who's pretty hot down there at Millbridge, and I have a personal friend that's family with him, so I had a chance to snag him up to get him. I kind of screwed up his interview when I interviewed him. The mic kind of timed out on it, so I had a real nice interview with him, so I promised him he could call tonight and I'd give him his due. So we're going to have Scarborough on here and talk to him a little bit.
Oh, he's from North Carolina.
Yes, yes, and he runs Millbridge on a weekly basis.
He was up at Trenton.
Yep.
Yeah, he was there. He was driving the 43. He had some troubles, and he has a different chassis than everybody else, so he didn't think he was going to have any problems with parts, and then he went up having a problem with a part. Couldn't find a part because it was a different chassis, and his dad works for, Stackhouse Racing. His dad works down south, so he... he races at Millbridge. He was the one that battled with Kyle Busch. He battled with Kyle Busch at Millbridge, wound up beating Kyle Busch at Millbridge. And, I'll talk to him about that later. You got to listen. It's a pretty unique story when I talk to him.
Yeah, we'll be tuned in for sure.
Yeah.
How crazy was it, though, at Trenton? The guys that are usually used to ripping the lip didn't qualify.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the guys that were low and slow and catfishing were going to the front.
Yeah, man, it's crazy how the track. I was waiting for it to slick over and take rubber and all that, and a lot of guys were telling me you never knock the stuff off the tires. The tires stay brand new. It's a crazy track. One time you go out there and that's the first time I've been there in a long time. And, but it was interesting. There was a lot of people there. We made a lot of contacts there. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's what it's all about.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we got them lined up like the airport here for people to get in here. So
I'm glad to hear that.
Well, we appreciate you calling, and we'll be in touch, and I'm sure I'll see you along the raceways here.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to getting back to New Egypt this year to come visit you.
All right, brother. Make sure you come see me. Joe's dying to drive the golf cart, so I'll have it ready for him.
Copy that.
All right, brother.
All right,
I'll talk to you
have a
soon.
great show, and thanks for letting me be a small part of it.
Yep.
You got Caleb on the line.
Caleb's on the line now?
Yeah.
All right, let's patch him through. All right, now we have Caleb. Caleb
Scarborough.
Uncle Nick
Got your
messed up your interview. I got a little dry mouth here. We did a nice interview with Trenton. Of course, the mic timed out, so we didn't get a chance to do that then, but we're going to get a chance to do it now. Hopefully your family's watching on the YouTube channel. Caleb, what happened to Trenton?
My Apex chassis had super fast car, just unfortunate luck. Made the A-main Friday night, had a super fast car. Smacked the wall a little bit on the back stripes, and those concrete barriers, you hit those a little bit, then they're pretty hard. So knocked my whole chain apart, so didn't get to finish Friday night. So that put me in a B-main Saturday night, and I was about to go for the transfer spot with, I think, around 5 to go. And then the car right in front of me wrecked. Then it put my right rear rub railing right into my right rear. So we couldn't really fix it, and that basically ended our weekend.
Oh, man.
So,
yep.
You come down to visit family, of course, because you got a lot of family up in this area. I know your dad likes to come up here and see the family, and you do too. And I'm glad I got a chance to meet you because, I get a chance to talk to your cousin's husband a lot, and he keeps me up to speed on what you're doing. Of course, I get to watch you on TV, and we were just talking about that with Bear from Lowdown Entertainment. I got to watch the race with you and Kyle Busch, and I got to see you. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it anyhow. I got to see you school Kyle Busch at Millbridge. Can I say that and get away with that?
Yeah.
I mean, you drove your ass off, kid. You done a hell of a job. The car was fast, and I didn't know that your chassis was different than everybody else's, and I also didn't know that after you won the race, they tore your car down to a skeleton. Every nut and bolt was taken off it, and they didn't find nothing. So what was that all about?
I don't know. Kyle's a super good driver. It's pretty cool racing against him. I don't know. I think like a 2-time Cup Series champion, so it's super cool to race against him. And that one night, I think I beat him a couple times this year, but it was pretty cool. I had a super fast car that night. I think I started 4th, then I led past him on lap 2, led every lap. Then, tech, we came back legal and everything, but it's super cool, just the competition and all the people you race against. You have the best micro drivers, Cup drivers all over the country coming to Millbridge, and it's just a super cool track that Jeremy and Ashley have set up.
Now, racing there and coming to Trenton, of course, Trenton's really tight, but you getting all the seat time there and the action that they have there, you got to be up on the wheel there. When you come to Trenton, I mean, is there anything you can use from North Carolina to bring to Jersey? Does that help you at all?
Not really. Trenton, because last year, my very first time running Trenton, never ran a slick track last year. And then I came to Trenton.
Okay.
It's a whole different track. Millbridge is just, it's a fun, way bigger track than Trenton.
Exactly.
Full throttle, sliders, all that. Then Trenton, you back the corners down a lot, can barely get on the gas because you don't want to spin your tires.
Right.
But Trenton's a super fun track, and it's a super different track, too.
Now, what about, you went to the Chili Bowl, right?
Yep, Tulsa.
How was that?
Tulsa, I actually loved it a lot. I'm definitely going back next year.
There you go.
I'm 2 spots away from making the A-main.
Oh, man.
Tulsa's a little bit bigger than Millbridge, but it slicks off like Trenton, but it gets nowhere slick like Trenton. Tulsa, it can be top, bottom. It's Tulsa's a really racy track too.
Now, you're only 15 years old, correct?
Yes, sir.
And your aspirations are to go asphalt racing and hopefully get in the cup level because your dad works for Trackhouse Racing, right?
Yep. Either stay in dirt. If I get an opportunity to go race somewhere in dirt, I'll stay in dirt. But definitely, I've been wanting to get into late model racing and all that. Then just if I can get into asphalt, because trying to make my way up to cup and all that.
Well, like I told you in Trenton, the guy that makes your chassis, he likes being different, I guess, because that chassis is different than anybody else's. Tell him to make a late model or make a sprint car. What do you think? I know you're over there laughing.
I can talk to him. Sean, he's a really smart guy.
I can tell.
He made the Apex is a super unique chassis. The first night, like I debuted the Apex, the first night nobody knew what it was. Went out there, won. I think I won 4 more times that year with my Apex. So my Apex is definitely a super fast car. Sean Brierley he's busted his ass doing everything for me in Apex chassis.
That's cool.
It's a pretty incredible thing that he's done.
No wonder why everybody's pissed off, Caleb. You're going out there and you're kicking their butt and you just got in the car and you're 15 years old. I'd be a little pissed off at you if you come to my track and beat me. Tell that guy from Apex to come up here, set my buddy Fred's vintage car up so Fred can go out there and win a couple races.
Yep.
Now, we're real proud of you up here, up north. Like I said, I'm real good friends with Trisha's husband, Mike. He's my foreman at work, and we talk a lot about you, and I watch you on TV a lot and see as you progress. I kind of like the young guns in our sport because you're the future of our sport. You're a very well-spoken young man. Your father, your family are great people. I spent a lot of time with your family, believe it or not. I was glad that I got to meet your dad. I'm sorry that the interview at Trenton sucked, but hopefully this one was a little better. And just keep doing what you're doing. You got a couple weeks before Millbridge starts, right?
Yep, I think about 2 weeks.
No, there you go. You got any other people you want to thank while you're on here?
Just all my sponsors, my dad, everybody that's helped me out.
Well, we here at Wide Open Wednesday, we appreciate you calling, and you can call in any time you want when you win them big races. Don't hesitate to give us a call on Wednesday night.
Yep, it's a pleasure having you. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, we appreciate you. And when you get old enough to drink beer, we'll share a garage beer with you because that's the official beer of Wide Open Wednesday. Garage beer, of course, is Jason Kelsey's beer, and it's going to be the official beer of Wide Open Wednesday. So when you get old enough, we're going to share a beer with you. How's that sound?
I'm good with that.
All right, well, we look forward to next year when you come to Trenton. I can't wait to see you, buddy. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Caleb, thank you, buddy.
Yep, have a good night.
You too, bud. Take a break.
We're going to take a break.
Take a break.
Do you feel the need for speed and are a car racing fan? Then tune in every Thursday morning at 9:30 a.m. for the Need for Speed Auto Show, hosted by me, America's mechanic, Fred Fletcher. Everything you want to know about our local tracks and races to the NASCAR scene, as well as our area car shows and cruise nights. Brought to you by Fletcher's Garage in Fairless Hills and heard every Thursday morning at 9:30 on WBCB 1490 AM, 107.3 FM, and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
Children's mental health is in crisis. That's why the Kids Mental Health Foundation envisions a future where mental health is a vital part of growing up. Parents tell us the challenges are real.
So you know what to do if they have a fever. But when you see them struggling emotionally, and you're like, what do I do?
You're gonna find tons of things on the internet, but you want it to be from a trusted source.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation provides free, expert-developed resources to millions across the United States. Don't wait for a concern or crisis. Learn more at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Hi, this is Chief Joe Kelly from the Yardley Borough Police, inviting you to tune in to our Bucks Blue Show right here on WBCB. The third Tuesday of every month from 1 to 2 p.m. We'll be interviewing local Bucks County police officers who make a difference in our community. Tune in to this very informative show, Bucks Blue, the third Tuesday of every month from 1 to 2 p.m. right here on 1490 AM, WBCB, and also at 107.3 FM.
And we're back here on Wide Open Wednesday. Once again, here are your hosts, Nick Leach and Fred Fletcher.
All right, let's talk about our sponsors real quick before we get back to calls and talking about everything else that's going on here. I'll start out with Sage Chiropractic. They're over in Newtown, 123 North Sycamore Street in Newtown. He just re-signed up with us as an advertiser on Wide Open Wednesday and with the America's Mechanic YouTube and all that stuff. So I just had an adjustment on Monday night. I go every other week, and there's nothing like it going up there and getting straightened out. Every maintenance every other week. It's not like it's a one-time and done thing. You gotta commit to it. But Mike is up there, and Carrie is their husband and wife team, and Mike is a true doctor, not just a back cracker or whatever you want to call it, or just a regular chiropractor. He's actually a doctor of anatomy with the spine and everything, and how it can cure different ailments and how it can treat different ailments and how it can help you with certain things. One of these times we're going to have him call in, and he can tell exactly what he does, because it's really amazing on what Sage Chiropractic does. You can always give him a call. It's 215-497-0700. I can just say that because I just fixed his car, and
see?
and I know his number too. But
his wife's name is Carrie.
His name is Carrie Lewin, and yeah, she does it a little like the Reiki type stuff and some of the more gentle, but it works. And none of it is hocus pocus. A lot of people think that like Reiki is like,
oh,
yep, nope, it's true chiropractic, and it really does help. And you'll be amazed. Just sit and have a conversation with them, and you'll be amazed at what they
Sage
know.
is all the rage in chiropractic
There you go.
care.
Sage is the rage.
Sage is the rage in chiropractic care. You need to get on it.
Yep.
And all you got to do is go to Sycamore Street in Newtown. They'll take care of you. Mike and Carrie, if you got to get cracked up, talk to Fred.
Talk to me. I'll hook you up with them and get you lined up. I mean, it is really an experience to go there, and it's not that not expensive at all. So, go ahead.
And we got Bob Drayton Incorporated. Of course, they're number one and the number two business here, locally owned and operated since 1955, and their goal is to provide excellent customer service, quality rentals to every client. They have a wide selection of rentals solutions for every project event that you have. I know I went to a wedding and they supplied the stuff there, clean, perfect, everything's good. Being a truck driver, you go after the clean porta potties, and they have some of the cleanest around. They give free estimates are available, 24-hour emergency service. So if you're stuck, you need a place to go, they'll bring you a porta potty. No, I'm only kidding. They have military and senior discounts available to quality products, excellent customer service. They are our sponsor, Bob and Sherry Drayton. We appreciate everything they've done for us here. They were one of the first sponsors besides Sage to jump on board. And they are at 151 Big Hill Road, Southampton, New Jersey, 609-859-3629. Bob and his son race 4 cylinders at Bridgeport in New Egypt. www.mrbobs.com. When it hits the fan, he's your man. And whatever you eat, he's got a seat. Now, Kate, you want to plug your business?
Sure. So Flag to Flag Solutions is a group that Lauren and I put together to help businesses or tracks really to do the best that they can to focus on safety and any other types of things they need. Between Lauren and I, we have an extensive amount of experience from the track to the back end, from flagging to administration, all kinds of things. So we actually have our first official training class as Flag to Flag Solutions on March 22nd. We're actually going to work with a couple of New York tracks to get their safety teams trained. Nice. So we're super excited about that. We've been helping, obviously, Fred and Nick with the content and coordination of the radio show. So we
need more help.
Can provide a wide variety
do it
of
without you, I know that.
a wide variety of
Can you help us
services.
set up the live feed for Facebook Live? Because I can't do it. Obviously.
You can tell he's a little testy. But while on that note, I do have a bone to pick with you, Nick Leach.
Ooh,
man.
All right, I'm here.
So,
you move over. I'm probably going to get slapped.
For those of you that may or may not know, within the recent weeks, Nick Leach has become a great uncle and forgot to share that information with us.
Before you throw this bone out and want to hit me with this, I was told to keep it quiet, and now go ahead, you can let it out of the bag.
Well, it's Facebook official now, so we can share that your nephew Zach.
Well, we weren't sure it was Zach's kid. We thought it was the insurance guy's kid.
I guess that's why we had to keep it quiet.
You know, he works a lot and he's never home. We weren't sure. And then the baby comes out with all this hair, okay? It's got long legs, big fingers, big hands. I'm like, Zach, what's up with that? He goes, I don't know. That didn't come from my side.
I'm waiting for a text on your phone from Zach right now.
He's going, what are you doing?
Oh, shut the hell up.
But anyhow, beautiful kid. I mean, came a little early. There's Zach now calling you.
Yes, so the baby did come a little early. It's Adeline Taylor Brown.
Addie.
Was born on February 19th at 11:46 a.m. And everyone is now home and doing just fine. So, so congratulations to Zach and Adriana, and also to Uncle Nick and Aunt Nancy and Mom or whatever Denise is going to call herself. So Gigi, Zach's mom. So I just wanted to. We now have a new member of the Wide Open Wednesday
brat in the family. Yes, that's what's
so I just wanted to share that
more money out of our wallets, but it's well worth it. I'm so proud of Zach and Adriana. The baby came a little early. Wasn't supposed to come early, but they had to do what they had to do, and I know Zach's been going crazy, Adriana too, so yeah, congratulations to them. Is that Billy Kleinsman?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, put him through.
He's saved by the Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Thanks, Billy.
What were you waiting for, Bill? You're usually like the second caller. What you do, fall down in the bathroom?
He's waiting for Kate to get done with her stuff on there.
No, believe it or not, guys, I was, with it being so warm out today, yours truly decided to break out the beach chair and decided to do some sun tanning, and as soon as I got outside, the cloud cover came in, so I guess I can scratch sun tanning off for me. I did get a little sun though, but when the clouds come over, unfortunately, that doesn't necessarily work, and I'm one of those people that I either don't get sun or I get burned, and today just wasn't one of those days.
Yeah, but you're supposed to set an alarm for the show, Bill. We need you. You're important content here. And I know there was a lot of stuff going on at Maple Grove. How'd it go this weekend?
Oh, absolutely. You know how they say, like, the first race of the season usually sets the tone on how the season's going to go. And I'm going to say 2025 is going to be a great year here at Maple Grove Raceway. We capped off the Winter Series this past Saturday with another daily driver and another no prep race. That was a really big hit. The daily driver race went to two youngsters in the sport. It went to Doug Thornbarn Jr., a former NHRA D1 Junior Dragster Championship, and Carson Supers. He is a junior street racer that raced at Maple Grove for many years. You know, you hear people outside of racing say that there's not a lot of young blood that's coming into the sport, but for those in the industry, that couldn't be wrong. There's so much great young talent, regardless of what form of racing you're in. There's so many opportunities for the young kids to get involved in racing. And it was such a great event on Saturday. And then Sunday, we had a great event with the Burnouts and Burnies. That's always a good hit for the young kids. We did a really good burnout contest. Yours truly, Kyle Koretsky, he even got into the mix as well. So, you know, it's the House of Chaos for nothing when the boss gets involved in it.
Yeah, well, he was involved with the security car, right?
Yep, that is correct. I don't know of any racetracks that don't have a security car that has a police siren to it. So we had a little bit of cops going on right there with Kyle doing the burnout contest. That went on very well. And he lived up to the name of the House of Chaos for nothing.
Yeah, and if you want to see all the pictures that they have going on the Maple Grove Then and Now site and the Maple Grove site, Joe Grippo and Dan Grippo usually put some fantastic pictures up. I always forget to give them their due. Dan and Joe do a wonderful job with the pictures, and they take pictures of everything, not just their cars. I mean, I know Joe put a nice picture of his Mustang standing up on its hind legs, but them guys do a wonderful job with the pictures, Bill.
Oh, yes, they do. They're really good friends of ours. They take great photos. Dan and Joe, they've helped out with a lot of great drag racing publications with some of their photos. They're also really big history buffs like yours truly. They care about the history of the sport, and everyone enjoys all the photos that they take at the Grove.
Well, there's one thing, speaking of bones picking, how did nobody put Captain Chaos on your trivia question? How come nobody mentioned Kenny Koretsky Sr.? What's up with that?
I have no idea. Usually with so many great pro stock drivers, you would think that Kenny would be up there. And, you know, he's a part of NHRA history. He is the only one to qualify in both Top Fuel and Pro Stock at the same national event. He did that in Phoenix in 1990. So Captain Chaos has his place in Maple Grove history. And also for all the great followers of our Maple Grove Raceway site, in case you didn't hear the news, we have an event drop that dropped last night. The Street Outlaws, which is now known as the Street Promotions, that will be at Maple Grove Raceway the final weekend of September, and we're really looking forward to seeing them back at Maple Grove. That's always a huge event. And I must say, this year is going to be a great year at Maple Grove.
I can't wait, Bill. Well, we appreciate you calling a little late. Can you make it a little earlier next time?
Yes, I will, and I do have something that if I can slip in real quick.
Yes, you can.
If you guys got nothing to do on Friday night, from 6 to 9, I'll be at my former high school, Wilson High School in West Lawn. They're doing a mini-thon to raise money for kids' cancer. I'll be there promoting the racetrack with I'm going to have a nice display with old videos and everyone's favorite Hot Wheels races. No matter how old you are or how young you are, it doesn't matter. Everybody loves Hot Wheel races, and I'm looking forward to returning to my old stomping ground of the high school that I graduated from.
All right, Billy, we appreciate that. And make sure you call back next week and give us some updates from Maple Grove, buddy.
We'll do, guys, and hopefully next week I can buff out my suntan again.
I was going to say, work on your tan, Bill.
Yeah, work on your tan, Billy.
We'll do, guys.
And speaking of Kyle Koretsky, him and Steph are going to have another baby girl. So I talked to Kyle today. I had to tell him about a traffic jam on Route 1. I sent you the picture of that. Yeah, they're going to have another baby girl. So I told Kyle, I said, now what do we do? I said, because I know you want a boy. He goes, it doesn't matter. He goes, as long as the baby's healthy. And he's so happy, and I know Steph's happy. They have Nova. I don't know what the name of this young child is going to be, but when you see Kyle with his daughter and you see Steph with the daughter, the smile on Kyle's face it's priceless. I mean, that's what it's all about. So congratulations to Kyle and Steph. They're going to have another baby girl. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, Fred, we are going to do some stuff Saturday. You're going to do some America's Mechanic stuff?
Yep, I'm going to shoot an America's Mechanic video, and then we're going to do some Facebook Live there. And we're actually probably going to try to shoot a Wide Open Wednesday video as well.
Okay.
So,
are you free Saturday?
Free Saturday,
Or are you
Kate?
flagging somewhere?
No, actually, I am free Saturday.
So
you going to bring breakfast?
I'll take that as a no. We got garage
well,
beer,
if you're free, come on over. You get to see the studio and see how this stuff is supposed to work.
So we also want to talk about our potential sponsor that we've been working on here. And,
yeah, Fred,
looks like it's
Fred
going
really hit a home run the other day.
I've been drinking garage beer for a couple of years now, even before the Kelseys had it. And I fell in love with the beer, mostly because of the name, but then fell in love with the taste.
And now I drink it.
Yeah, so I've turned a lot of people onto garage beer since we've been doing it. And I want to thank Pat Dion Beverages over there because contacted them about hooking us up with some garage beer swag, and you were talking to the marketing department Lizzie over there,
waiting on you, Lizzie.
But Brian over at Pat Dion's texted me yesterday and said, I got some more stuff for you, and they gave me a nice garage beer light beer sign, and then a nice humongous almost life-size Jason Kelsey stand-up garage beer. Yeah, so we're gonna debut that on our video on Saturday
on the studio.
And while I was over there picking the stuff up, talking to Brian, he said the sales rep from Garage Beer wants to do some stuff with us with Wide Open Wednesday, and also help us out, because Brian also told him that I was involved with the Relay for Life, the American Cancer Society. So Garage Beer and maybe the Kelseys will be involved with that as well.
Cool.
And so we're on our way, I think.
Tell Jason if he don't want to come, he can send Kylie. You like her too, right?
That's fine.
Well, there you go. And I got to thank 6B Apparel for getting us our shirts for Trenton. These were done by 6B Apparel. These are Wide Open Wednesday shirts. They've done a nice job, but it's got got the WBCB logo on both sides. And now we got to make new ones with Garage Beer's logo on them. So.
Garage Beer. Yeah, I'm going to get some signs. We're going to some stickers. They're going to sponsor my car. So
nice.
Garage Beer is going to sponsor my car. So we're all in on the Garage Beer. So drink your Garage Beer.
There you go. Drink your Garage Beer and make sure you support the people that support Wide Open Wednesday.
Yeah. A couple people talked to us about the Garage Beer, and they're like, "I've never heard of it." And then you tried it out, and they're like, "Wow, this is good stuff." So
yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, when I tried it, I was thinking it was going to taste different. Has a nice mellow taste. It's not real strong. What's does Jason say?
It's beer flavored beer.
Beer flavored beer, and it kind of puts it right in perspective. I mean, I used to drink Coors Light, but not anymore.
No, it's Garage Beer. It is
Garage
light
beer
beer
now, and it's the official beer of Wide Open Wednesday.
And
you know, we're still waiting for the buffet from Johnny Longhot.
I'll work on that.
Yeah, I want to throw it out there too. I was talking when swapping pictures with Dom Antonelli, who is getting his car ready. I'm sponsoring Dom's car again this year for the 4-cylinder division down in New Egypt and Bridgeport. But he sent me some pictures. He actually painted his engine block pink.
Yeah, cool.
So he's into it. I'm glad, and I'm proud to have Dom sign on with me. Glenn McIntyre's I'm gonna do some stuff with him on his car. But I'm the main sponsor with Dom on his 4-cylinder.
I can't wait.
He's got some Dom flockers and stuff.
Yeah, I cannot wait for him. And it's inevitable he's going to win. It isn't when. It isn't if. It's when. And when he does, you heard a flock of seagulls. There's going to be a flock of flamingos to victory lane. And I hope I'm there to see that, because there it is right there.
Yeah, the bomb squad with we are the flock.
We are the flocking bomb squad.
We are the flocking bomb squad. So there'll be a lot of shirts out there.
Yeah, Paulie Moran got some hats. So she's got some flamingo hats. And
I can't wait. That's what it's about. It's about having
some fun.
Chris Moore called me today, asked me my shirt size. So I guess I'm going to be spending some time at New Egypt.
All right, we're going to have a good time in New Egypt then, all over this year.
We'll see what happens. So,
yeah.
But no, we got Kate here. We love it when Kate comes in the studio because, we can't act up as much as we'd like to. But where is Warren?
Warren is currently in Miami.
I think he's got a girlfriend.
He's listening to, as long as he comes home to me, I guess that's fine.
What? Wow.
That don't work in my world.
No, that don't work in my world.
It does. I do not have to worry or stress about whether or not Warren has a girlfriend. I'm quite confident in our relationship.
He does have a girlfriend in the flag stand. And we want her to call. We want Giggles to call here.
We will. Her schedule is a little tough for her, the timing, but we'll do that. But he's down there working on Royal Caribbean is building a new port. And so his company is there.
Free tickets for that?
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
But they're so he's down there for that. And the other thing I wanted to mention too, I know I came in a little late today, but for those that went to Trenton and was there and saw, if you were there Friday night and then you came back Saturday, you saw 2 different tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give a huge shout out. And not just because I'm a part of the team, just because I've watched this and have never really seen the amazing work that gets done.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But the Salmons family, and specifically Davey and the team that he brings in to do this,
yep.
I mean, when Friday night ended, they literally worked all night long to rework the track so they would have better racing on Saturday. And that is just a true passion,
absolutely.
and wanting to get that done. So I wanted to do that shout out. And this is
people
not
show
just
up and to watch it. They have no idea what it takes, and that's like on a regular weekly basis at race. They have no idea
the science of dirt.
Yeah,
yep.
But yet they want to get on the internet and tell everybody how it should be done. And unless you're willing to help, and unless you work on a race car and you spend time in the garage another 40 hours, to do this, you really have no room to talk.
And indoor's so unique. I mean, you go to a place like, you go to the Chili Bowl and you go to Tulsa and you see it. The farm show when the quarter midgets they go inside. to build that track and what you have to do, the equipment that goes in, and that's what we do. I'm not on the build side, but I've watched them do it and put the poles up and put the fencing up, and when you're inside an arena like that, to try and cut down on how much cleaning has to be done afterwards.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because the Harlem Globetrotters are there this weekend, so they have a limited amount of time to get stuff to get out of there. But I just wanted to mention, like, all that whole group that comes together. They have 3 races that are completely, they're different in each venue. They come together for those 3 races every year, and it's pretty amazing what they do. And I never really realized it until I started to help.
Well, what about Mad Dog that helped that guy from not getting killed, from getting beat up? Mad Dog Dunn.
Brandon Shipley.
Mad Dog Dunn. That's his new nickname. Mad Dog Dunn. Brandon Mad Dog Dunn. Oh man, I was like, who is? I know that kid.
It is Brandon Shipley, and he did an amazing job too. And that's he's there to help lift the cars up, and he's part of that track crew.
Was that Eric Jennings that guy was fighting with, or was that somebody else?
I'm not exactly sure.
I think it was Eric Jennings. All right, we gotta go.
Is Steve throwing us off again?
Steve's throwing us off again.
Your time
Real
is getting
quick,
added.
we're leaving here. We're going over to the De Lorenzo's, the Berg, for dinner.
We're going to the Berg.
So, cheap plug for the Berg.
Yeah, cheap plug for the Berg. But no, if you want to get involved, you know what to do. Fred will be here tomorrow from 9 to 10. 9 to 9:30 is America's Mechanic. 9:30 to 10 is the Need for Speed, and we all got it. Steve, it's on you, my brother.
Do you feel the need for speed and are a car racing fan? Then tune in every Thursday morning at 9:30 a.m. for the Need for Speed Auto Show, hosted by me, America's Mechanic, Fred Fletcher. Everything you want to know about our local tracks and races to the NASCAR scene, as well as our area car shows and cruise nights. Brought to you by Fletcher's Garage in Fairless Hills and heard every Thursday morning at 9:30 on WBCB 1490 AM, 107.3 FM, and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.